everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're here checking out a new map. This is called Farmlands. It is available in the in-game mod hub. Yeah, I'm just verifying. Yep, farmingsimulator.com. That's in-game mod hub. Let's see here. Just looking at the description of it as we look kind of across my field of canola. I just got done planting a couple days ago. Let's see here. Have you ever dreamed of working vast open plains with minimal obstacles in your way? A place where you can roll out your biggest, most powerful tractors and implements and get straight to work? Farmlands makes that dream a reality, at least for the most part. The map is split by a canal in two distinct regions. The northern area, featuring more hills and dense forests, which you can see here on the map. That is the canal, and there are several crossing points across to get across. So you got 3 on this side, looks like. Well, I know for certain on that side. Looks like maybe 2, but there might be a third one hidden over here. Like there is one over here. Anyway. The map is split by a canal in 2 distinct regions. The northern area featuring more hills and dense forests, and the southern area a mostly flat, pancake-like expanse, except for its western edge, which it's talking about over here. You can see that cliff kind of winding its way through. There are... Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed the spot. Except for its western edge, where a prominent ridge, like I said, you can see here, adds some variation to the landscape. There are 42 farmlands. So you got 42 squares plus, looks like field 4, there's a field right there, farmland 40. We own, well, 22 is apparently part of this. Hold on a second. I'll help if we get into that. There we go. The 5 is part of that. 42? But it says 45. Huh. Unless they're, well, in order to get that one, you gotta buy that. I guess I do qualify 40 as, yeah, 40 is 3 fields, 5, 22, and 40, which 40 is down here. We own 22, the last one being 5. And you buy the entire square. Interesting. I'm not sure why it says 42 farmlands, but okay. Oh, wait a minute. Am I being dumb here? I am. 42. Duh. I think my brain was thinking 45. The rest of the farmlands are in a forest area or on rolling hills. Each farmland size varies between 4 to 12 hectares. And then, like I said, 3 fields. Farmland 5. I need to expand this out. 2 constructible plots, which would be up here. 2 constructible plots, farmland, and garage that you can build or sell. Note that removing them via the construction menu will incur a cost. Comes with a field. So basically, it's set up to where you can have, to start off with, 2 people if you want, and kind of go that route. But obviously, you could have more. Each one get, whatever the max is as far as multiplayer goes, you can go that route to where each one has their own plot or 2 plots, however you want to do it. Farmland 22, the starter farm when starting on new farmer gameplay, which we'll get into here shortly. Field 40 is the purchasable BGA when buying the farmland and comes with 2 silo bunkers and 1 easy shed, which can be removed for a cost. The grass field is also part of Farmland 40, which I was looking at the contracts, and one of them is mowing field 40, which I'm assuming is this strip right down here. 3 forest areas, 2 to the north of the canal and 1 to the west, south of the canal, which I'm assuming they're talking about up here on the ridge. Obviously, you got this one over here. That is a sawmill, and then you got this one over here. We do have some trees and whatnot scattered around field 22 that we own, but As you can see here, I don't know if you'd really want to harvest these. It is a nicely set up little farmyard. So we're going to see what we can do with that. Obviously, I hate seeing this particular house. It looks good here. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. But I just kind of hate how much it's overused. So we're going to make changes to that and put one of our own homes that we have interiors for. Just looking in here, free to use. There's an electric forklift located at the farmer's market, which is this guy. It is not in our owned items anywhere. I've checked, and I'll show you more about that here shortly. Root crop pallets can also be sold at the train export root crop sell point. Custom soil map, wow, for precision farming, so it is good for precision farming. I have gone through and done that, at least for this field. So it is set up quite nicely for everything. That was our yield from our harvest that we took off of that. And that was our seed rate. As far as planting, the light green is a low seed rate. The cream color is just standard. So no high, at least for this particular yard or field, but yeah. Custom license plates. I haven't actually looked at that. Yeah, that is a nice custom license plate. Obviously, you can customize what it actually says, but the FS25 Farmlands 2025 is a nice little touch. I'm not sure if exactly what that is. Carrots, bunnies, and cats. Interesting. Get a little closer. Oh, that doesn't help me. And yes, I am squatting. Yeah, I can't get much closer. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Cats, carrots, bunnies. There are emissions of deadwood, transport, and rock. 7,405 trees on the map. Tree limit for the map is 14,000. So only set a little over half as far as what you can actually have. So if you want to plant more trees, have at it. Collectibles. There are 50 golden apples to be found throughout the map. I have yet to find one. I haven't been on here very long, aside from harvesting, cultivating, and planting. But we'll get into what we need here soon. Each golden apple found will be hung from the trees in the shop area. Interesting. Each found golden apple pays out $5,000 or 5,000 monies is what it says. I work in dollars, so yeah, $5,000. There is a train running along the eastern side of the map, which is only for looky-loos. So if you want to go train spotting, it's that way. Because that's north. The little town village area is south. Yeah. Let's see here. You can sell your products at the train export points for overall better prices, which is that direction. You got some buy points, limes and stone, seeds and fertilizer. There are 3 water buying points. There's a water tower, a lake, which is actually just right over here. And that is a nice setup. And there's, obviously, over at the train export, there's a water point. You can also buy manure and liquid manure. Let's see here, some other aspects. Some selling points. Farmer's market takes everything. Animal trader, debris crusher, bale selling point, wood selling point, manure, liquid manure, gas and biogas station. Sawmill production point can be purchased but not sold. Cement factory can be purchased but not sold. It is a production point. And the BGA is a production point, which can also be purchased with field Farmland 40 and sold by selling Farmland 40 again. Sorry. Having trouble talking this morning. Train export point. Sorry, whenever the sound dims down, it's because I'm tabbing over because I have to scroll. There's a lot going on here. Train export point, higher selling prices. Bale selling point, production selling point, grain selling point, root crop selling point, takes pallets and bulk. and the wood and wood chips. This is a map made by, where is it? Farmer Rabbit. So I guess that is why the license plates are what they are. With the signifying a farm and a bunny. Or a rabbit. But, so, as far as some of the equipment we get, we have a nice Sassy Massy 8570. Which is clearly dirty, and I don't have a wash station right now, but yeah. Of course, we start off with the Great Plains Planter 1500, which is also got seed and fertilizer in there and is extremely dirty. John Deere 980 cultivator, again, been well used, dirty, needs washed. And our header, grain header for the 8570, again. You see a theme? As soon as I hop in here, I get to work and I get busy. But I don't get to take the time to clean things off for you. Sorry, guys. And the header trailer, of course. You do start off with semi-full. It's like half tank or half full tank of fuel. Nothing in here, as you can tell, aside from just a couple pallets. We do have seed and solid fertilizer and a pallet of seed over here. And the only other pieces of equipment are over here. The Deutzfahr 6115C. Man, that glare really screwed me up. Couldn't read that very well. You got the front weight. And we do have the Farm Tech EDK 650. The back of this was about half full of rock when I first started in. And our Kubota RTV had a little bit of, oh, what was that? Oats. It was about partially full of like oats or something, canola or something like that. So this was down at the shop. And so before I came back, I filled it up, or filled it up. I sold off the product. So the only way that I've been able to find without just driving across all the farmland and the fields to get to town is down this little road that's just kind of barely big enough for this. The tractor, it's a little too wide to actually fit properly on this. So we may look into at least our part or that we own of expanding that out and making it a little bit better for the tractors to go up and down it. At least for right now, I'm going to invest in newer equipment, and I don't plan on getting I say that now, but I don't plan on getting too much bigger equipment. I do need bigger header for certain, and with that, I do want to have a little bit better capacities for everything. So that's it. That's all I'm looking at so far. My thinking for this particular map, at least for what I'm probably going to do off screen, is make it into more of a cattle farm. And basically have my one of the squares solely for farming cattle. Whether it's I put down several buildings with some pastures, or I make it one square, one big pasture. I'm not sure yet, but that's the idea. So I'm sure if you buy enough equipment, it's going to come over here and fill this area in, but this is just the standard shop. So this is kind of where we had started off with everything. So basically you just start right here, and that's where the forklift is. Cell station right there. And it does have the charger right behind it, so it can always stay charged for you for whenever you need it. Nice decorations everywhere. You got, I'm assuming, possibly rocks and lime. This looks to be the animal depot, livestock yard, whatever you want to call it. Oh, there are some pigs over here. Interesting. Pigs and roosters. Or chickens. I kind of wish that we could actually do this and combine animals. So whether it's like, mainly I'm thinking more so chickens and, you know, anything else. But chickens and cow or pigs are always interesting. Of course, we got the cattle with a little bit of grass, so they're not having to lay down in the mud and filth near as much. Yeah, I hear ya. I guess if they really wanted to, they could come out here and start roaming, but I think they would end up being loose. So I don't know who dropped the ball and opened those without closing them. But, yeah. This is the BGA area. I'm just curious. Okay, they do have a drive back here. So this would be the grassy area that you can mow and harvest. I don't know if I want to get into the BGA. I have never really done a BGA, even on my off-screen farms. I just never really got into them. I never have. I don't know if I ever will, but I might give it a shot if enough of you guys say you want me to. It looks like we got sell points for bales and a few other things. Maybe some buy points for a few things. Let's get flight mode enabled. Take a look at it from the air. Get the drone up. So it's really not that far. It's probably a mile and a half, 2 miles from corner to corner, opposite corner. So you can see just how far down that ramp goes. So you can definitely get most of your vehicles in to get them filled up. And I do love the fact that they've gone through, and instead of just having this wide open expanse where you aren't 100% certain where the field boundaries are for each plot, they've kind of gone through and done a little bit of landscaping, so to speak, by just having a row of bushes everywhere. And here are the build sites. So I think what I might do is actually work on getting these built up. Possibly, I don't know if I want to go. Well, I'm going to have to buy this plot anyway. How much? Okay, so it does give us quite a bit. But if I were to come over here and say buy plot 8, I can then turn around and buy the sawmill and use that to make what I need to build this over here. That would work out. And I'll just have to make a road around the trees and down here. And then that way we can still have access to our farmyard here, but we can also make one up here. A better one, bigger one. With blackjacks and other entertainment. Some of you know where I'm going with that. Here is the train yard. Basically another sell point or buy point, I think it also mentioned. That's the debris crusher there. That's where I ended up selling the rocks. Best price that I currently had, even though it's the worst time of year to sell them. I think is what that worked out to be. Yay me, smart decisions. But I was just trying to get things unloaded, get things cleared up. So yeah, you do have a nice little path to drive along. Like I said, you got a cross point there. You got another bridge there. Then the main one for me, or at least one of the main ones, because we got one on both sides of this little pond. You got that one there, and then that one there. And over here, got one there, and oh, there isn't one down here. So I guess if you really wanted to, you could put one over here, depending on how you wanted to do your map. I do have, well, I don't have it activated, but I will say that there are mods out there for bridges. So make it your own. I'm sure I will. I wonder if I can actually remove those bridges or if they're a permanent fixture. Oh well. But yeah, I think what I might do is either this field or this one, or maybe both. Make them into cattle yards. And like I'll buy these 3 fields and either make them one big field or break them into kind of like this is, like one half, you know, half size fields. Get like 2 of them in there. But we'll see. Oh, let's go over here. Check out this cliff. So, not a bad cliff. It's not sheer by any means. Probably pain in the butt to get up and down if you really wanted to. All over here, it's definitely sheared. But, well done. I do like it, and it doesn't look really half-assed done. And at least not in my eyes. Some other people I'm sure will be highly critiquing it, but that looks really well done and doesn't look bad by any means, so good job. But yeah, anyway guys, I think we're going to call the video there. So as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do Spotify favor by hitting that subscribe button and ring that bell. Yes, I just went right through a tree. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just like a few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you next episode. Take care. Peace.